All right, 15 minutes of Heat. Heat were victorious over the Jazz last night. I was at the Miami-Dade Arena, this Radio Row. I am telling you, Solana's got it on lockdown.
What? Everybody knows him?
Everybody knows him. He's got he was rocking yesterday. I tweeted out a picture of me, Solana, and Ira. Mm-hmm. Ira is the king. Ira gets the way that media works. It really is hierarchy, right? The Associated Press, when the president is fielding questions, the Associated Press always gets the first question. It's very very based on hierarchy. And Ira is the longest serving beat writer in the NBA.
26 years or something now? 30?
So no, he gets
35 because he's been with the Heat. I'm pretty
since their inception.
Since their inception, this is their 35th year.
Yeah.
35 years. Oh, hell. He can walk in any damn arena in the league.
So he gets seat number 1 in the little Radio Row area, which is an aisle seat on the airplane. It's the best seat. You don't have to walk past anybody. Got a little extra leg room there. Kick out your leg. And then he obviously gets a little dish of ice cream. I don't know if the others get it. I only saw Ira yesterday with a little dish of ice cream. So
you got to work 35 years to get ice cream?
You know what's funny? Alonzo Mourning presented last night during the game, right at Radio Row up on the scoreboard, a basketball. Who was that too? It was one of the Spanish language broadcasters.
Yeah, Joe Pujal.
So 25 years, right, as a broadcaster?
Yeah.
So I texted Solana. I said, in 2048, Zoe is going to bring a ball up to you right there. And
there you go,
and
Solana.
You're going to be on the scoreboard. So you got something to work for.
Remind me when that game is. I'll come.
Yeah, I'll be there. So Solana was there. He was holding court.
Will you, Hawk?
No, I'm not certain Zoe will be there either. Maybe it'll be Norris Cole giving you a ball in 2048. Anyway,
you know who it's going to be is UD.
Yeah, you know what?
UD is going to become Zoe here in about a year.
100%.
Yep,
100%.
I'll take it from UD instead of Zoe any day.
Yeah. So Heat win last night. Jimmy Butler does his thing. And did you see the press conference, post-game press conference, Crowder?
I saw he was naked.
Yeah, it was shirtless. I don't know about naked, but he was shirtless.
I didn't know it was under the table.
I imagine you would do that. If you had not a locker room scrum after the game, but if you had to go sit in front of a podium, you'd had a decent game, you were all cut up, I imagine that you would show up shirtless, no?
Yeah. There's video online of me doing interviews without the shirt on. But I've told this story before. The dumbest thing that I took a stand against in the league was doing post-game interviews, like in the room with all the media. I was like, I just worked for 4 hours. I'm not waiting for y'all to talk. And I would leave. Even the game that I intercepted Brady, I was the first. I would not talk after the game because leading up to then, I didn't. I really thought it was a waste of my time. My family's waiting in the parking lot. I got a case of beer waiting somewhere in this parking lot for me. I'm about to go talk to y'all. I just worked for 4 hours. If you ever look, I never stood on a stage post game for a Dolphin because I just wouldn't do it.
You are a weirdo.
I know.
Poor Ruthie Polinsky's trying to make a living, and you got to you can't wait 20 minutes for a beer.
I got yelled at by media members at the time. The guys we talked to this day, David Neal and different guys that were covering me back then, Darlington, like they'd be like, why the hell did you leave? And I tell them the same thing. Be like, bro, you just watched me for 4 hours. What do you need to talk to me for? I want to go drink a beer. I had Funky Buddha. I had a hookup. I got a cooler.
All right, well, here is Jimmy Butler. For those who are just listening to it, you can picture him shirtless. Here is Jimmy Butler after the game.
Been a couple games already, but what's your take on Kyle's return and how he's been able to produce in the fourth quarter, particularly tonight?
Man, he's a winner. He plays at a high level, and he'll do whatever you ask him to do, whether it be starting, coming off the bench, getting the ball where it needs to go. He made some big threes tonight, had some key passes. That's what we want from him, no matter if he's coming off the bench or a starter, he's always going to help us win.
Jimmy, there was a play around 3 minutes left. You guys were down 2 coming out of a timeout. You ended up taking that left wing 3 to kind of put you guys up. So I was just talking about you kind of and wanting you to take those shots, kind of keep the defense honest, kind of open up your lanes, I guess. Just how important are those gaps of the game where you kind of take those shots and open up for you?
He does tell me to shoot more threes. But I just feel like if I start shooting too many threes, then there's not enough, paint attacks. And I can shoot more threes. I don't want to. I want to play bully ball. I want to run in there and run into people. I like a physical game. But, every now and again, I'll take and make some threes.
I love him. That sounds courtesy of Bally Sports. I love him when he says, I want to play bully ball. I want to be in the paint. I like the physicality of the game. I love him. I'm going to give you another example of why I love Jimmy Butler. I didn't see this story till today. Do you know how he punished his teammates after Saturday's loss in Orlando?
I don't know. Walked around with no shirt on?
Do you? That's not a punishment. He looked good. You know how he punished his teammates, Solana? Did you see that?
I do, and it is maybe one of the best trolls I've ever heard. Ever.
It's amazing. I just read this morning. Jimmy Butler. This is the headline from Yardbarker. It was Sean Keane who wrote this on Yardbarker. Jimmy Butler punishes Heat teammates with Nickelback after loss. This is if you didn't love Jimmy Butler enough already. Jimmy Butler's heroics fell short on Saturday. Afterward, he decompressed with one of the world's most hated bands. Butler had 38 points in 39 minutes against the Magic. We know, he hit the ridiculous 3 at the end, then they didn't score, or he didn't score in overtime. But the Heat got smacked around in the extra period. They lost 126-114. Afterward, Butler was so upset that he blasted Nickelback from ESPN. The sounds of Nickelback coming from the portable speaker inside the Miami Heat locker room were unmistakable as the rest of his teammates and Heat staffers quietly showered, got dressed, and picked over a postgame pizza spread after the loss to Orlando on Saturday. Jimmy Butler decided it was the right time to pump up the volume on his stereo and blast the familiar sounds of Chad Kroger's voice, lead singer of Nickelback. Butler was clearly disappointed in his team, which has lost 8 out of the last 12. What better way to express his frustration than with post-grunge Canadian rockers Nickelback, a band so hated that over 30,000 Lions fans signed a petition asking the team to replace them as a halftime act. That's a great story and a great troll job by Jimmy Butler, right?
Yes,
that's brilliant. You gotta love that guy.
Oh my goodness. And then it's funny, but it showed the team what he was doing too. Like it got the point across of, hey, this was not acceptable, but instead of cussing y'all out, I'm gonna play this bad song.
Exactly.
Like, it was a very savvy veteran move.
That's exactly it. Like we know Tyreek Hill had the ping pong table removed, right, from the Dolphins locker room. Well, you're actually punishing them. They like playing ping pong, and it's like, what are you doing here? And Jimmy Butler's like, all right, I'm going to punish you guys. This is going to be quick, but you're going to get what I'm saying. And the dude's cranking up Nickelback. I love it.
You know what it is when your parents would get mad and they wouldn't punish you, they wouldn't spank you, they wouldn't put you in your room. They would just get quiet and be upset with you.
I want you to think about what you've done.
And you would really be looking at them every time they came in the room for when mommy and daddy are normal again. Jimmy's acting a little different because he was upset.
And it obviously worked because they won last night.
Yes.
Hey,
Hit him, Jimmy.
Hey, y'all want to hear Nickelback again? No. Hit a shot, Tyler. By the way, Tyler Hero couldn't hit a shot all night. Biggest moment of the night, drains a 3. And you got to love Tyler too, Solana, because he's like, yeah, I'm going to shoot that shot.
You live with inefficiency if that guy hits the game winner.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, that's why he's there. He likes the big shots. So, okay, you want to be inefficient for the entire game. You have to hit that shot in that moment. And if you do, you're worth every penny. Mm-hmm. And he did.
One other thing from Jimmy's press conference, you want to talk about inefficient? Him shooting more threes is not the answer to this Heat team winning. I'll tell you that much.
Well, the good thing is he said that he's not listening to Spo on that,
Thank
that he
you.
wants to get the ball in the paint.
Spo, listen to your players, Spo.
All right. So who do they have tomorrow, Solana? They play tomorrow?
Yeah, they play the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow.
That's
and then
right.
they're off until the weekend. No John Morant tomorrow. Obviously, he's no timetable for his return. Hawk, you didn't like my suggestion? We do 15 minutes of Heat shirtless?
Oh, let's do it. You guys, not me.
Okay. Let's go, Crowder.
A little creepy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like where this has gone. I don't want to be on this StreamYard anymore.
Hawk.
No
Hawk.
chance.
Hawk.
I don't even think I'm coming back for the rest
Hawk.
of the show.
Let's see those moves, baby.
Hawk.